There are different principles to structural linguistics. The first one being Lang versus Perel. Lang refers to the abstract, systematic structure of a language that exists in the minds of a speaker. It encompasses the rules, conventions, and the norms that govern how language is used. Then Perel refers to the actual instances of speech or written language produced by individuals. It is dynamic and variable, reflecting personal expression, creativity, and social context. An example of Lang is that basic sentence that follows the subject, verb, object order. So, for example, the subject being the cat, verb being chased, object being the mouse. This structure reflects the underlying rules of the English language. It illustrates how speakers of English collectively understand and produce sentences. An example of parallel would be a conversation, a text message, or a written essay. Another principle is signifier versus signified. Signifier being the physical form of a word or expression, being the sound or the written expression, where the signified is the mental conception or meaning that the signifier represents. The relationship between the two is arbitrary. There is no inherent connection between them. This principle mainly emphasizes the meaning that is structured socially and contextually rather than fixed. So the signifier, the word tree is a signifier that invokes a specific concept in the mind. And the signified, in the case of tree, the signified word be the actual concept of a tree, the idea of a woody plant with branches and leaves. And finally, structural relationships. There's interconnections in structural linguistics that emphasize how elements of language relate to one another to create meaning. This includes understanding the rules that dictate how words combine, form phrases, and sentences. Finally, we have paradigmatics and systematics. Paradigmatics refers to the way in which words can substitute for one another in a given context. And systematic relationships pertain to the way words combine in a sequence to form larger structures. So, for example, for paradigmatics, choosing between a cat and dog, and then symptomatics would be the cat sat on the mat as a symptomatic structure where each word is positioned to convey a specific meaning.